Good to see you, troublemaker. The one with their name circled in red ink on somebody's little top secret report. So, top secret, check. They quoted your old post. Then they asked about you. Of course they did. You really thought you were just venting on the timeline, huh? Dropping some random thought at 3 a.m. like nobody was watching. But they kept the receipt. They printed it, underlined it, passed it around a room where everyone wears the same black suit and the same fake calm. Who is this? How does this one know before it happens? Who's their contact? Who's feeding them? And your neighbors? They got the knock. FWQ. The little protocol visit. Do you know them? What are they like? Do they talk about things before they happen? You're sitting there thinking, why me? I'm sitting here laughing. Finally. Listen carefully. The world does not audit nobodies. They don't open a file on people who don't matter. They're not wasting surveillance teams on background characters. If there's a top secret check on you, if your old post is being read in some fluorescent lit room, it means your existence registered as a glitch in their system. You broke pattern. You called it too early. You said something that wasn't supposed to be said out loud yet. You saw the punchline to their little joke before they finished setting it up. And that scares them. See, most people are predictable. You can chart them on a boring little graph. Wake up, scroll, complain, work, consume, sleep, repeat. No protocol needed, no special handling, just background noise. But you posted something that didn't fit. You sensed something before the press release. You were ahead. So now there's a folder with your name on it. Classified, restricted, access. Handle with care. Does that make you nervous? Good. Nerves mean you're alive. Nerves mean this matters. Because here's what they're really asking when they quote your old post. How dare this person trust their own mind? How dare they speak without permission? How dare they not wait for us to tell them what's going on? You weren't supposed to notice. You weren't supposed to connect dots. You weren't supposed to lean into those weird little hunches that turned out right. But you did. And now they're poking around, trying to locate the source, the leak, the glitch. Newsflash, it's you. You are the leak in their reality. You are the broken firewall. You are the one idiot who looked at the script and said, yeah, I'm not reading that. Look at your life for a second. Think about how many times you felt crazy. You said something was off and everyone told you, relax. You're overthinking. You're paranoid. Then time passed. Things unfolded. And suddenly that little crazy idea of yours wasn't crazy at all. It was just early. You weren't wrong. You were right. Before it was socially acceptable to be right. That's why they're interested. The world worships people who are right on time. But it demonizes the ones who are right too early. You're not cursed. You're just early. Early to see the betrayal. Early to feel the shift. Early to smell the smoke before the fire alarm. And because you're early, they want to know, who tipped you off? What's your source? Where is your handler? Let me tell you something they will never write in their little reports. There is no handler. You are the handler. You're the one who's been handling visions, panic, gut feelings, weird dreams, strange coincidences, that sinking feeling that shows up right before reality turns ugly. You think that's random? You think that's a bug? They think it's a threat. So they dig up your old post, your old status, your old message in some forgotten group chat. They wave it at the people around you like a piece of evidence. Did they ever say anything like this to you? Do they talk about future stuff? Have they predicted things before? And your neighbors shrug, awkward laugh, say something like, they're kind of weird, but they're smart. They just see things. Exactly. This is what they hate the most about you. You see things, not the fake stuff, not the makeup, the marketing, the polished story. You see the fracture. You see the tension. You see the pattern underneath the performance. You look at a smiling face and feel the storm behind the teeth. You look at a headline and hear the missing sentence. You look at a room and instantly know who's hungry, who's lying, who's tired of pretending. That's not overthinking. That's intelligence with no leash. They call it suspicious. I call it dangerous. In a good way. The system runs on people who doubt themselves, people who second-guess their instincts, people who log on, feel something is wrong, and then swallow it because nobody else is freaking out yet but you. You threw your instinct online. You wrote it. You hit send. You didn't wait for permission. And now they have questions. Here's the part they don't understand. You weren't trying to be a prophet. You weren't trying to be deep. You were just tired of choking on the truth. So you released it. You typed what you felt. You hit post. You went back to your messy little life. But that post, it didn't stay small. It aged like a time-stamped warning. Now when the world catches up, it looks like you knew. Like you saw the script before they printed it. So they quote you. They pull your words out of their safe little context. They put them in a report labeled anomaly. They send people in black suits to knock on wood and drywall and human faces. What can you tell us about them? Do they talk to anyone unusual? Are they involved in anything? You want the truth? You are the anything. You're the unusual contact. You're the one who looks at reality and refuses to just consume it. You chew it. You tear it apart. You spit out the lies. And that makes you problematic. So what now? Do you shrink? Do you archive every thought? Do you delete yourself to make everybody more comfortable? Is that the plan? You going to act like you didn't see what you saw? Feel what you felt? Call what you called? Because that's what they want. They want you to believe that being watched means you should be smaller. That being questioned means you should be softer. That being on file means you should be afraid of your own mind. Hell no. If your words were strong enough to end up in a top secret folder, you don't go quiet. You get sharper. You don't stop posting. You get intentional. You don't hide your instincts. You start training them. You know what training looks like? It's not glamorous. It's you sitting with your thoughts instead of numbing them. It's you replaying the moments you were paranoid and realizing you were actually accurate. It's you studying your own pattern of prediction like it's a skill, not a curse. Remember all the times you said, I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling. Something told me. Stop treating that like superstition. That's data. Your internal surveillance. They've got satellites, cameras, microphones, analytics. You've got you. The one instrument nobody taught you how to use properly. You know why they're asking about you now? Because you started using it by accident. You let your intuition slip out in a sentence. You let your insight leak into a post. You left a breadcrumb that later looked like evidence. So, here's the move. Stop acting like a glitch. Start acting like a system. If they're running protocol on you, run protocol on yourself. Why do you sense things early? What triggers that feeling? When does your chest tighten, your skin crawl, your mind go quiet? What patterns show up in your dreams, your conversations, your random impulses? Do you see how powerful this could be if you stopped dismissing it? You're scared because they're looking at you. They're scared because you're looking at everything. You walk into a room and you pick up on the unsaid. You read silence like subtitles. You feel shifts people haven't admitted yet. They'll call it creepy. They'll call it too much. They'll call it crazy. Fine. Let them write whatever they want in their reports. While they label you, you label reality. While they ask your neighbor, do they act strange? You're sitting there finally realizing, yes, I do. Because normal stopped working on me. And that's the real crime, isn't it? You stopped being manageable. Think about how they punish people like you. Not with prison bars, with shame, with doubt, with labels. Conspiracy theorist, overdramatic, trauma dump, too intense. These aren't insults. They're warnings to everyone else. Do not listen to this one. They see too much. They want you to feel embarrassed for noticing. They want you to apologize for being right. They want you to second-guess every uncomfortable truth that rises in your throat. Because if you distrust yourself, they win. They can leave you out in the open, and you'll still keep yourself caged. Look at me. You think the world likes people who tell the truth about its little games. No, it paints them as villains. It calls them unstable. It says they laugh at the wrong moments. And you know what? Sometimes they do. But that's because once you see the trick, the performance isn't scary anymore. It's boring. It's predictable. You're dangerously close to that point. The point where their chaos looks scripted, where their unexpected events feel like calendar reminders. And that is why they quoted your old post. Because it slipped through. Because it proved you knew, even if you didn't know you knew. So here's what I want you to do with that. Stop apologizing for your perception. Stop downplaying your pattern recognition to make average people more comfortable. Stop pretending you're just lucky when your intuition nails it again and again. You are not lucky. You are tuned by every time you got hurt and had to replay what you ignored. Tuned by every time you stayed and later wished you left sooner. Tuned by every time you felt something off and lied to yourself so you wouldn't be dramatic. All of that pain sharpened you. All of that embarrassment trained you. All of those I knew it moments forged you. And now, somebody noticed. Now there's a file. Now there's a question mark floating above your head in rooms you've never stepped into. Good. Let them wonder. Let them run their little protocols. Let them interview people who barely know you, asking, have they ever said anything strange? Because while they're busy trying to figure you out, you're finally beginning to figure yourself out. Your job is not to prove to them that you're harmless. Your job is to prove to yourself that you're honest. Honest about what you see. Honest about what you feel. Honest about who you are when nobody's watching. And when everybody is, they want to make being watched feel like a curse. They want you to feel naked, exposed, weak. But understand this. The only time surveillance really works is when the target is ashamed of who they are. If you stand in your truth, fully. If you accept, yeah, I see things earlier. Yeah, I speak differently. Yeah, I sense patterns. What exactly can they take from you? They can quote your old post. You'll quote your entire life. They can ask about you. You'll answer by existing louder. They can circle your name in red. You'll carve your name into reality. You are not here to be their harmless little civilian. You are not here to delete your brain for their comfort. You are not here to act confused when you're not. They already know you're different. They already told on themselves by opening that file, by knocking on those doors, by saying, "We just have a few questions." You don't owe them an apology for being tuned in. You owe yourself permission to stay that way. So the next time someone tries to make you feel crazy for seeing what you see, remember there is a room somewhere with people in suits, whispering your name over printed screenshots. They are treating you like a threat. Stop treating yourself like a glitch. Start seeing yourself as the system they never planned for. Not a bug, not an error message, an unauthorized upgrade. They built their world on predictable code. 9 to 5. Stay in line. Trust the broadcast. Scroll. Agree. Forget. You didn't follow it. You looked at their little update, their official story, and your brain went, "Yeah, something's off." That reaction right there. They can't program that out of you. They can only try to scare it out of you. Fear is their favorite tool. Not guns, not handcuffs. Fear. Fear that you're crazy. Fear that you're alone. Fear that you're too much for the room. You know that feeling when you're in a group and a topic comes up and your whole body knows the truth is different from what's being said. But you bite your tongue. You feel your heart pounding, your brain screaming, and you still smile. That's wild, ha ha ha. That's you self-censoring, running their protocol on yourself. They don't even have to show up in black suits if you keep doing that. You'll be the one in the black suit in your own head. You'll interrogate your own thoughts, waterboard your own instincts, tear up your own evidence. You're overreacting. You're being dramatic. Don't say that. People will think you're weird. Who taught you that voice? Because you weren't born with it. You were born loud. You were born curious. You were born asking why, until every adult in the room got annoyed. At some point, they trained you to swap why for whatever. That's when the real surveillance started. Not with cameras, with shame. They told you stories about crazy people who ruined their lives by speaking up. They showed you examples. This person lost their job. This one lost their friends. This one got labeled. And you got the message. Keep your head down. Keep your voice low. Keep your mind on mute. You tried. You really did. You tried to be normal. You tried to scroll and nod and pretend you didn't notice the weird gaps in reality. But your brain refused. Your gut wouldn't shut up. Your dreams got louder. Your random thoughts got more specific. You typed one of them out, hit send, didn't think twice. And somewhere, later, someone went, "Why does this nobody sound like they've seen the script?" That's the cinematic cut they never show you. You in pajamas posting from your phone. Them in a soundproof room printing your words on government paper. You feel small when you post. They feel threatened when they read. There's a gap there you don't fully understand yet. You've been thinking you're insignificant. Just another user, another profile picture, another disposable opinion. But your words traveled. Your timing hit. Your sentence echoed. That's why they quoted you. Not because they're impressed, because they're unsettled. You know what unsettles power? Not noise, clarity. Anyone can scream, everything's corrupt, and it's all a lie. That's background static. They don't care. What gets their attention is when you point to something specific before they're ready. A merger, a scandal, a shift, a pattern, a lie that hasn't been officially exposed yet. You didn't have the documents. You didn't have access, but you had alignment. Aligned with what you see, not what you're told. Aligned with your own body's reactions. Aligned with a bigger pattern that most people are too numb to feel. They call that suspicious. I call that unsupervised consciousness. There is something deeply illegal about a mind that doesn't wait for permission. Not illegal on paper, illegal to the story they're selling. You've been walking around thinking you're too sensitive, like you're glitching because loud rooms overwhelm you, fake conversations drain you, surface-level talk makes you want to scream. You're not too sensitive. You're picking up more channels. Other people hear the music. You hear the static underneath it, the tension, the edits, the missing lyrics. And when you speak about it, even indirectly, it rings different. You ever notice how some people react weird when you say simple truths? You say, "That doesn't feel right." They flinch. They get defensive. They change the subject. They're not reacting to your tone. They're reacting to the signal. You hit a nerve they've been trained to avoid. That's why word spreads about you quietly, not in compliments, in little warnings. Yeah, they're cool. They're just intense. They see too much. They get weird vibes about things. These whispers are the civilian version of a file, a neighborhood surveillance protocol, informal, social, still deadly. But here's the twist. The same traits that make you too much in a dumb room make you essential in a collapsing world. When systems start to crack, the jokers, the freaks, the overreactors are the only ones who can read the fractures fast enough. That's you. You don't wait until the building is on fire. You feel the heat in the walls. You don't wait until a relationship explodes. You taste the resentment in a casual sentence. You don't wait until the company falls apart. You see the rot in how people are treated. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts to see early. It hurts to feel everything while everybody else shrugs and laughs. You think you're weak because you cry, because you shake, because your body screams before your brain can find words. You are not weak. You are pre-alarmed. Imagine a world where the fire alarm hates itself for going off early, where the smoke detector apologizes for being loud. That's you. You get the signal, then blame yourself for hearing it. That's exactly what they want. They don't care if you're gifted, as long as you're embarrassed about it, as long as you gaslight yourself, as long as you keep saying, "I'm probably crazy." Because if you ever stop saying that, if you ever sit in a quiet room and admit, "Wait, I'm actually right a lot of the time," you become someone they can't handle with the usual tricks. Self-trusting people are hard to herd. Notice how much of your life has been about turning the volume down on you. Calm down. Keep it to yourself. Pick your battles. Don't post that. Don't say that. Don't rock the boat. Your entire training has been about risk management, not for your safety, for theirs. The moment you start asking, who benefits if I stay quiet? The moment you start asking, who wins if I distrust my own perception? The spell breaks a little. That's when your old post becomes more than a post. It becomes a timestamp of who you were before you fully woke up. You typed from instinct, not strategy. From raw nerve, not a brand. From pain and pattern, not from trying to go viral. And it still hit hard enough to end up in their hands. Imagine what happens when you start doing it on purpose. Not reckless, not careless, not yelling into the void. Deliberate. You, sitting with a feeling, tracing it, asking, where is this coming from? Checking your track record, seeing how often you're weird vibe was really early information. That's calibration. Everyone else is busy curating their image. You start curating your accuracy. You don't post every little thing. You don't broadcast every fear. You sharpen. You wait until it clicks. Then you speak with a kind of quiet authority that scares people who depend on confusion. They'll want to know where you got it from. They'll assume it's a person, a secret contact, a leak, a mole. The idea that it's just you terrifies them. Because if one civilian, one outsider, one nobody can connect all that just by paying attention, what does that say about everyone else choosing not to? Your existence becomes an accusation. You walk into a room and your presence asks a question nobody wants to hear. If I can see it, why don't you? That's why some people avoid you. That's why they keep you at arm's length. Not because you're boring, because you're proof. Proof that the numbness isn't mandatory. Proof that the blindness is self-imposed. Proof that their confusion is a choice. People hate being reminded they had a choice. Those men in black suits, those protocols, that top secret check. That's one layer. The social version, it's the side eyes. The you think too much about everything. The jokes about you being the conspiracy one. The subtle distance when things get real. Both layers serve the same purpose. Isolate the one who sees. Because if you ever realize there are more like you, if you ever stop thinking you're alone, things start to move.